the Switch 2 welcome tour. And there was not a hawk in sight, I'll tell you that.
What is this?
Look, this, first of all, it shouldn't cost money.
Agreed.
I'm getting into what I don't like about it immediately.
Go for it.
No. It's a fun showcase of the new features on the Switch. You explore it like Astrobot, where you're like running around on top of the console, and you have to queue up. You have to queue up. You choose how you want to look, and then you wait in the queue.
Oh my god, it's like the midnight launch.
Wow.
And then you get let into the convention, which is a giant Switch 2,
That's kind
and you
of
ride
amazing.
the escalator. I know you're loving this, but
Jump on the button.
you can't.
Jump on the button.
It was the first thing I did. You can't jump on the button. So look, it's a tech demo. I don't know what. Like
That's it.
I would argue it's a hardware demo.
it's
and
a
that's it.
it's a hardware demo. No, I mean there's some smart stuff in this about how they showcase some of the new features on this thing. But look, it could. I don't know how big it is. It has areas A through L in the alphabet, and I didn't even get to B.
Well, that's the thing, because it seems restrictive.
Yeah, it is. You are locked in. They won't let you go anywhere.
So
in the museum.
it's a linear exploration of the features of the console.
Correct.
And you pay how much to
I don't know how much.
15 Australian.
15 Australian dollars for this manual
Yeah.
on the features of the console.
So I this is on mine. I paid
Yep.
for it thinking I'm going to give this a shot, just for discussion, and I want to know what this is.
It's interesting, yeah.
It tells you where you are. You're in area A. This is the Joy-Con to L area.
I'm in area hell right now.
Left hand.
No, the thing that I was curious about is I was like, at least the mini games that are showing off the hardware features of the console will be the redeeming
They're cute.
feature, and maybe after an hour playing this, I'll have a whole bunch of them, and so if anyone that is new to this system or wants to play it, I can be like, hey, you can try this out. But from what I saw you experiencing this, it wasn't as streamlined as go find a bunch of mini games and enjoy it.
No.
You describe
first-
it as some of the like tutorial and
workplace
work-
training
workplace training
From when I used to
for-
work in Coliseum Gas. This is what this is.
That makes
So this
sense.
is 4 different categories. These are like tutorials, and you have to read them.
Yep.
And then it tells you what you have to remember about them. And I failed this quiz 4 times. Because then you have to do a quiz, and you have to remember all of
You
these
weren't
things.
focused.
Is
Otherwise,
it a quiz or a test?
Otherwise you'll
'Cause a
never
quiz is
progress to
fun,
B.
Well,
but a test you
it-
need to pass.
it was definitely a test,
It's a
then
test.
because it was not fun.
I'll
I'll tell you that.
I'm kind of obsessed with it.
So
I mean, yeah, look, it's fun, and if I get the Switch, I'll probably get it and play it. I will, but I hated this. This reminded me of my Coliseum Gas days where you had to do 30 minutes
Okay,
of
sorry,
training.
this is
It's
wild.
like-
I didn't realize there was this level of
Yeah.
training and like going over stuff and having to then get it right to lock you out of the fun stuff.
It feels like what they would have
It's school.
presented to the employees at Nintendo
Before
so that
they-
before they go out on the
Correct.
press tour.
Yeah. It's required learning is what it's called in the industry.
Yeah, this is required
That's
learning.
So,
Mandatory learning.
that's
yeah.
it, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just so Nintendo.
It is.
Like,
Well, yeah, but it is. But also, like the ability to go in there and be like, "Hey, do you want to do the tour, or do you want to just unlock the mini games?" And like, I don't know. I find sometimes Nintendo has a history of still keeping the fun part with it and going, "We're dangling the fun carrot on the stick to just keep you through these more informative sections." And they usually do a really good job of marrying information with fun. And this does feel
So we're
like
about to see a mini game.
Yeah, this is the mouse demonstrating the mouse. You've got to dodge the spiky balls. It's pretty good. I think this is my first attempt.
I mean,
did
the
pretty well.
game's not fun, but the
That's hard,
sensation
your
is
heart out.
the sensation is interesting. Going, oh, this actually is responsive. So it's
It depends where it's vibrating, I guess.
that's true. Josh did say at
Well,
one point where he should put the
listen,
Joy-Con while he played.
I didn't
Yeah,
say where.
goddamn right.
You inferred where I was.
You went,
meaning.
I should put it on my.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Look at that control.
You are fucking good at
That's
that.
crazy.
Did bloody well.
That's,
Did you get
that's
gold?
crazy.
That's a high score.
Oh, you didn't even get
I
gold.
didn't even get. I didn't even get the
platinum?
second one.
Yeah, right.
That's just a second gold medal. Yeah.
I've seen, and
Two
again, how many of the
I'll
mini games do you
see. I played this one. I played this one, which is a. This is
Find the ge-
finding.
find
It's like
the
an
R spot.
earthquake meter.
that's kind of like
The R spot. That's good.
it
Find
feels
the R
very
spot.
1-2 switch.
Oh, you were
Is that
so
why
close.
I was better at it
Oh
than you
man,
were?
you're
Yeah, you
so
were.
close.
Josh is better. But this is where
I
it's
was
like,
better at
I should
finding
put it
the
in my.
spot. What?
In your ass spot.
Yeah. I have seen some of the other mini games.
What'd you do?
When Ruby is rushing people along from telling childish jokes, you
know
know
something's wrong.
something's got to move.
I'm gonna brute force my way through these tests to get to like the 3 mini games I saw in the trailers that did actually look fun. There's a putting one using a mouse, and some other ones that genuinely look like I want that on my Switch. I'm
Oh
gonna
my
be
God.
furious that I have to pass
This is one
tests
to
to get
Switch.
to it.
What? No, it's not because I was about to say something. What a tragic backstep from 1-2 Switch,
Yeah,
which was
agreed.
slide the ice cubes around in the
How
controller.
many ice cubes? How many ice cubes are in your hands?
I don't know, but that was fucking cool.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was
That
really
was like a
cool.
miracle moment. I was
The
like, what is
sensation-
happening?
The sensation is still here, but
Yeah.
you're right. It's not. It's just look. It's tech off. Check
because
a
it's been
list.
in your ass for too much.
It's not. It doesn't feel like an activity has been gamified. It
I will
feels like
say-
a game has been like turned into a test.
Bear Kakor.
Maraca mode.
Bear Kakor is like, hang on a minute, Maraca mode. Sold.
This
Okay.
was pretty cool because when you stop moving the maraca, you can still feel it rolling around inside.
See,
And I did-
but see, that's the ice cube moment.
Yeah, it
but,
is,
But
it
it's
is.
but it's wrapped in a unfun blanket.
Correct.
But like, shake it to get the parade to move around and have do a
Yeah,
fun
yeah.
little Nintendo thing.
Especially
Yeah,
for
I just want to jerk off of
$15.
me.
for $15.
I want to
that-
jerk off of me.
that's gonna happen.
I want to jerk off me off.
That's
do
for
that whenever you
Tomodachi
want,
Life
buddy.
too.
Sorry?
That's for Tomodachi Life too.
Well, I'll play that
That's
as
true.
well.
I did the Baraka bit. Walked behind Josh and he was like, "This is so." And I
does,
sat there
yeah.
and did this, and I was
Yeah.
like, "So there's little moments of joy." I just
There
think
is, there is,
they've
yeah.
they've done a poor job of locking it behind this, as you said, required
You
learning.
can't just like, as much as I've shit talked Astrobot in the past.
Yeah.
The tech demo Astrobot thing was incredible.
Brilliant,
You just
yeah.
like run
Yeah.
around a sandbox and explore.
It hid
Whereas
all
this-
the learning
yeah.
behind the joy of the game, and I think
Well, it didn't even. Yeah, sorry, yes, but also it didn't stop you from going and exploring a different part of the
Yeah.
learning whenever you wanted to.
yeah.
This could be a lot more intuitive and like this could be a lot more show don't tell. That was
You-
Gus's go, by the way.
You also ran around the controller, and I thought that was going to be quite cute in a sort of miniature way on and the sort of big controller. It was nothing but signs and pop-ups everywhere.
Yes,
it was
yeah.
like an over-informative museum. If you scrub to like just the bit where I was like, Josh, what do you do next? He's like, there's 6 signs around this thumbstick. There's 12 signs over here at 2 different desks. I was like, if this was a real museum, I'd be the fuck out of there. It was really...
I can't find it.
That's fine. It was just, it wasn't cute as it moved you around.
Here it
It
is.
was like, there was way too much to interact with.
So you have to discover every button before it will let you move to the next thing. So there's somewhere here. There it is. There's
Oh,
another.
what?
There's a pedestal for the analog stick, and so now you've collected the analog stick,
You have to fill that whole list.
and then now I'm gonna go try to find the minus button. There it is, and we tick that one off the list. This is what it is.
This is shit.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Yeah.
This sucks so hard.
And they stamp it like you're at a real museum, being like, "Welcome, you
Yeah,
got that
look
stamp."
at that stamp.
Oh, like the
sucks so
Animal
hard.
Crossing.
Okay, so
Yeah,
what would you
aquarium.
do?
And sorry, that's the elevator and the pass to go to the
You
fun
can't go
area.
there.
Yeah.
You can't go through.
I can't go to
here.
F until I've done E.
Yeah,
We're in
yeah.
A.
You're an A.
We're in A.
We're not even like halfway through the alphabet.
No.
They made a museum.
$15.
more boring.
That's crap.
I can see that there's.
I would pay $15 to bring one of these characters into the Mario Kart world, though. Like, imagine you finish this whole thing, and it's like,
Oh, it's
you
like
can
the
take,
Wii Fit
you
woman.
can take your welcome to a freak into
Yeah.
whatever game.
But you bring them out, and
They're
like,
going to be in Smash
and they're like,
Bros.
Yeah.
They're going to be.
Thank you for releasing me
Yeah.
from that.
But
game."
they're also the same size.
I
so
can play
they're
games
really
now.
small. But you know how like ants are like a million times as strong as the size
Okay,
of
that's
them?
it. They'd
It's
be the
gonna
most
like
powerful
that.
character in
Yeah.
Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Josh, I appreciate that we gave you this as a game to play, and you said yes, and you gave it a red hot
course.
go.
Sucks to be you.
I'll get it and play it when I
Oh,
get my
I'm
Switch.
gonna. I'm,
too,
I'm
it's
going
worth the
to play and
$15.
finish
It's
that
not
game.
worth the $15, but I'm gonna finish it